Large language models rely on vast external knowledge bases to provide accurate, context-aware answers, a process known as Retrieval-Augmented Generation. We build these knowledge bases by converting raw text into numerical formats called vector embeddings, and then load them into specialized vector databases so the AI can search them. But as these historical archives grow from a few thousand documents to millions or even billions, keeping all that data searchable becomes a massive financial burden. This chart shows the steep exponential price curve when scaling in-memory storage for massive datasets. Traditional databases are engineered for blistering single-digit millisecond speed, which requires highly expensive solid-state drives or in-memory infrastructure. Faced with these skyrocketing costs, organizations are forced into a difficult corner. They either have to drastically reduce the detail of their data or scrap their large-scale AI projects entirely. Paying premium prices for ultra-fast, millisecond retrieval on massive historical archives is simply a structural mismatch between the database architecture and the actual demands of the workload. By accepting sub-second latency instead of millisecond latency, we can solve this problem and unlock massive scale at a fraction of the cost. Amazon S3 Vectors was built specifically around this trade-off, transforming standard passive object storage into a serverless vector search engine. At the foundation, developers create vector buckets. These are purpose-built for vector storage, yet they still rely on the exact same standard IAM access controls you already use for your cloud security. Inside a single vector bucket, you create multiple vector indexes, each holding up to 2 billion vectors. When configuring an index, define two parameters, data dimensions and a distance metric. Choose Euclidean for streamline distance between points, or Cosine for the angle between their trajectories. By setting up these simple parameters, a passive cloud storage bucket becomes a highly structured, active search engine capable of handling enormous volumes of data. To see how this works in practice, the workflow begins with an embedding model, which we use to convert an entire historical archive into numerical vectors. Next comes the insertion phase. Using the PutVectors API, we load these newly generated embeddings directly into our S3 vector bucket. During insertion, developers can attach up to 40 kilobytes of descriptive metadata to each vector. This enables rich filtering later on, based on details like author names or publication dates. When an end user prompts the AI, that specific prompt is embedded into a vector. The QueryVectors API then searches the S3 bucket, using the distance metric to find a match and attached metadata to filter out irrelevant results. This specific three-step pipeline allows organizations to execute complex semantic searches without ever provisioning, patching, or managing a single database server. Operating this way means S3 Vectors runs at sub-100 millisecond latency, rather than the single-digit milliseconds provided by in-memory databases. While that slight delay would break a high-frequency trading algorithm, it is completely imperceptible to a human user, asking an AI to search through a historical document archive. And because it integrates natively with Amazon Bedrock knowledge bases and Amazon OpenSearch, there is no need to construct custom, complex data pipelines to connect the storage to the language model. This chart compares the high infrastructure expenses of a traditional in-memory vector database against the S3 Vectors model. By accepting that imperceptible shift in latency, organizations reduce the total cost of uploading, storing, and querying their vectors by up to 90%. Alongside those massive financial savings, engineering teams are completely freed from infrastructure management and the usual scaling bottlenecks. The smartest AI engineering is not always about building the fastest possible system. It is about strategically matching your architecture to your specific workload, making massive-scale human knowledge economically searchable.
Everyone, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are unpacking a really massive shift in how we handle data for generative AI. We're going to explore how Amazon S3 is transforming from this, passive data lake where you just kind of park your files into an active, highly scalable vector search engine. Yep, we're talking about Amazon S3 Vectors.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap. First, we'll hit the vector database problem. Second, enter Amazon S3 Vectors. Third, exactly how S3 Vectors work. Fourth, the vector search workflow. And finally, we'll wrap up with key benefits and trade-offs. Let's get to it.
Part 1. The Vector Database Problem.
So to really grasp why S3 vectors is such a breakthrough, we kind of have to acknowledge the growing pains of scaling generative AI right now. I want to pose this question directly to you. What if your storage was the search engine? I mean, for years, we've thought of S3 as the ultimate highly durable parking lot for our data, right? But what if the place where you store millions of documents, images, and historical archives could natively search through them conceptually, without you ever needing to move that data into a totally separate system?
Because right now, let's face it, building Retrieval-Augmented Generation, or RAG applications, it comes with a pretty heavy burden. The old way, the traditional approach, requires spinning up and maintaining an entirely separate, specialized vector database layer. You've got to provision the servers, figure out complex scaling architectures, and deal with the headache of constant patching and operational overhead. And when you're dealing with massive datasets, I'm talking millions of text files or huge image archives, the costs of duplicating and storing all that data in a specialized, high-memory vector database, yeah, that can literally skyrocket.
Which brings us to part 2. Enter Amazon S3 vectors. And this brilliantly illustrates a huge paradigm shift in cloud architecture. With traditional vector databases, things are super infrastructure heavy. But Amazon S3 vectors, it gives us a zero infrastructure, fully serverless approach. There are literally no servers to provision, no nodes to patch, no manual scaling to obsess over. It integrates natively right into your object storage with a super flexible pay-as-you-go pricing model. Basically, you're transforming the storage platform you already know and trust into a highly intelligent search engine.
Just let that number sink in for a second, 90%. By using S3 vectors instead of high-performance memory-based vector databases, you can actually reduce the costs of uploading, storing, and querying your vectors by up to 90%. When you are managing millions or maybe even billions of vectors for a Gen AI app, achieving that level of cost optimization while keeping high durability, I mean, that is absolutely a game changer.
All right, part 3, how S3 vectors actually work.
We know the why, so let's pop the hood and look at the underlying architecture. It's actually beautifully streamlined, built around 3 main components. First up, vector buckets. These are purpose-built specifically for storing and querying vectors. And just like standard S3 buckets, they're fully secured using the IAM policies you probably already use every day. Second, inside those buckets, we have vector indexes, which organize your data so you can run efficient similarity searches. And third, the vectors and metadata themselves, which are made up of unique keys, the mathematical vector data, and optional key-value pairs. And the best part? S3 handles all the underlying infrastructure complexity for you behind the scenes.
Now, what's really interesting here is how a vector index is totally different from a standard S3 folder. When you create an index, it's a highly specialized resource. You actually have to specify the exact dimensions of your vectors, which can be anywhere from 1 up to 4,096 dimensions depending on the embedding model you're using. You also need to choose a specific distance metric, either Cosine, which measures similarity based on the direction of the vectors, or Euclidean, which measures the straight line distance using both direction and magnitude. This is essentially the core mathematical engine driving your search.
But as we know, a vector search is only as good as its context, right? And that's exactly where metadata comes in. You can attach up to 40 kilobytes of metadata per vector, and within that, up to 2 kilobytes is dedicated specifically for filterable metadata. So why does this matter? Well, it supports string, number, and Boolean types, which lets you apply extremely precise filtering during your similarity searches. Say you're building a RAG application. You can filter results by specific attributes like the year a document was published, the author, or a category. It makes your AI queries vastly more accurate. You can even use the non-filterable metadata to store the original reference text right alongside the vector itself.
Part 4. The vector search workflow.
Let's move to the developer experience and see how this builds a complete end-to-end workflow in 3 really straightforward steps. Step 1, generate embeddings. You take your unstructured data, things like text or images, and you convert them into numerical vector embeddings, typically using a model from Amazon Bedrock. Step 2, insert vectors. You use the PutVectors API to write that data into your index, and S3 vectors provide strong consistency here, which means your data is immediately available to be searched the second it's written. And finally, step 3, QueryVectors. You take your user's prompt, embed it using that exact same model, and fire off the QueryVectors API to find the closest matches, while simultaneously applying any of those metadata filters we just talked about.
Oh, and for developers who want to prototype rapidly, AWS actually provides a standalone tool called the S3 Vectors Embed CLI. It's fantastic because it lets you totally automate the embedding workflow. Using just simple, single commands, you can generate your embeddings, store them securely in your index, and query them.
It really takes a lot of the friction out of that initial development process.
Part 5. Key benefits and trade-offs.
So, where does this technology truly shine? Well, one of the most powerful aspects of S3 vectors is how perfectly it integrates natively with the whole generative AI ecosystem. Specifically, it plugs directly into Amazon Bedrock knowledge bases. When you link them up, Bedrock just automatically handles the heavy lifting for you, fetching the data, chunking the text, generating the embeddings. You basically get a fully managed end-to-end RAG workflow right out of the box. S3 Vectors also integrates seamlessly with Amazon OpenSearch service, which is great if you're looking for a highly cost-effective storage engine to back your search functionality.
Now let's practice some strategic transparency here, because every architectural decision involves trade-offs, right? Amazon MemoryDB gives you sub-millisecond latency for real-time, ultra-fast applications. OpenSearch gives you sub-10 millisecond latency. Amazon S3 Vectors, on the other hand, is optimized for sub-100 millisecond query latency. So no, it isn't designed for single-digit millisecond responses. But for workloads that can tolerate just slightly higher latency in exchange for incredible scalability and that massive 90% cost savings, I'm talking historical archives, vast image libraries, massive document repositories, S3 Vectors is absolutely the perfect choice.
And when we talk about massive scale, we truly mean massive. 2 billion. That is the number of vectors a single index can hold. And remember, a single vector bucket can support up to 10,000 distinct indexes. That is an astronomical amount of semantic data, all managed serverlessly without you ever having to provision a single node, cluster, or instance. Crazy, right?
So the crucial point is this. We are no longer constrained by the operational overhead, the complex scaling, and the high costs of traditional vector databases when building large-scale AI applications. Amazon S3 Vectors lets us leverage the unparalleled durability of S3 while unlocking really powerful, intelligent semantic search. Which leaves us with one final provocative question to think about. Is your organization ready to transform its passive S3 storage into a zero-infrastructure generative AI search engine? The tools are right there waiting for you. Thanks for joining me for this explainer. I really hope you learned a lot, and happy building.